Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, we just got a new sponsor. It's Anchor. They must think we're doing something right because they picked us back up.
That's amazing. Want to hear something even more amazing?
Yeah?
I actually know what they are.
You are full of shit. I'm calling your bluff. Tell me about Anchor.
Okay, so Anchor by Spotify is the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place.
I'm actually surprised you knew that, but did you also know that Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer?
Yes, because I see you do that on your phone all the time and it looks pretty simple.
It really is, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But I use CastBox.
Yeah, darling, I know you like CastBox. It gets distributed there too, and lots of other platforms as well.
And how much are we paying for this awesome service?
Absolutely nothing.
Coolio! So then we should tell people to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started?
Yep, do it now.
Husband!
Wife!
Hey, so do you remember what happened yesterday?
I think we were talking about, commandments and shit.
It was commandments and shit, but it was the greatest command,
Greatest.
Basically, the entire section came down to love and fear God. Love God with all your heart, and also but fear him, though.
I don't want to.
Don't, then.
Okay, I'm not going to.
Don't.
Yeah.
Will you love me with all your heart?
I will. I do love you with all my heart.
Will you obey me with all your heart?
Hell no.
But I mean, I love you with all my heart, too.
Do you fear me?
No.
Okay.
No. Only when you get, the maddest of all mad, but then, that's been a long time since you've ever been that mad.
Right.
But
even then.
Only because your face is, so mean. And then I'm like, I don't like your face. And then, you stop making that face.
Right. And then that's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, your face is stupid. Stop being mad.
All right. So what are we covering today?
Today we are covering Deuteronomy chapter 7.
Deuteronomy chapter 7. Here we come.
Okay. Deuteronomy chapter 7. Israel warned of the idolatry of Canaan. Ooh, they like to fuck.
They got some idols over there.
Oh, no, they like idols. I know.
They like to fuck. What?
I don't know. I was on Twitter just now, so my brain is still there. Because I had to look up what is BTL because somebody used it. And I looked it up on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
And there was about that life, not right, about.
Right.
And I forget what the other one was. And then there was Big Tittied Lover.
Yeah, no, that wasn't.
That's not it.
That's not the reference.
No, it was bum bum bum, Bible thumping loony.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's obvious
that makes
in
much more
retrospect.
sense.
Yeah.
In so far as our conversation we were having on Twitter.
Yeah.
And if you guys aren't on Twitter with us, you guys are missing out. Just saying.
I don't get on there often, but when I do.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is.
But only when I'm on.
Or when there's some religious person engaging us and trying to prove God's existence.
I'm sorry for them almost.
Almost. Right? Almost. Yeah.
But not quite.
Right.
Actually, no.
No.
All right. When the Lord your God brings you into the land you are about to enter and occupy, he will clear away many nations ahead of you. Ready? We're going to name some of them.
Oh, boy. I love naming things. Mm-hmm. That's fun. That's my favorite part of the Bible.
It's the naming game. The Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, I didn't say it. The pickle clan.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because the pickle clan was actually part of the.
They were the Gershonites.
Yeah, they were the Gershonites. Okay, never mind. The Hittites, the Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, Jebusites. Okay. These 7 nations are greater and more numerous than you. When the Lord your God hands these nations over to you and you conquer them, you must completely destroy them. Yeah, we already kind of went over this.
Right, but now he's naming more of them that they got to conquer. So
this is just so gross to me. It's war. War is awesome. Love me some war. Make no treaties with them and show them no mercy. I thought God was merciful.
He's not.
No.
Yeah, that was a lie.
It's a lie. He's a liar. You must not intermarry with them. Do not let your daughters and sons marry their sons and daughters.
Wait. You're going to completely destroy them.
Right.
So how would there be any intermarrying or...
I mean, okay, they could fuck and then marry and then murder.
Okay.
That's where fuck, marry, kill comes from.
But I'm betting that...
You didn't even laugh. That was good.
You're right. That was good. I'm sorry. My brain was already gone. Yeah. Whatever. I apologize. You're right. I'm wrong.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Sorry. Yeah.
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 Anyway. For they will lead your children away from me to worship other gods.
Oh, no, not that. Not other gods.
Not other gods. The ones that also don't exist.
Right, yeah.
Then the anger of the Lord will burn against you, and he will quickly destroy you.
Except for that he won't.
Right.
He'll spread you out, and then you'll come back to him, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It just depends on which section of the Bible you're reading at any given time, what he might do or might not do.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's so inconsistent.
It is very inconsistent.
But I will say the Deuteronomist is a much better writer.
They are. But they still are inconsistent.
Yeah, absolutely. But I appreciate their writing style better.
Sure.
This is what you must do. You must break down their pagan altars and shatter their sacred pillars. Cut down their Asherah poles and burn their idols. I don't know what Asherah pole is, but that is my Q&A for the week, I think.
There you go. Or at least one of them. We got multiple chapters to do.
Right. I'm just saying I got one for sure now.
Yeah.
But
you should even write it down when we're done so we don't forget.
I probably will, if I remember. But here's my thing. He's like, go into these lands where these other people are just living and kill them. And don't just kill them, but knock down all of their things that they think are sacred.
Don't just kill them and knock down all the things that they make sacred, but don't marry them also.
Right. But, okay, that is funny. That's clearly out of order.
I know.
Okay?
I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is, like, this is colonialism at its finest, you know?
Right.
It's gross.
Yep.
It's so gross. A holy people to the Lord is what the next section is called.
Oh, ahoy?
A holy people to the Lord.
Oh, okay. All right.
Be a holy people.
Okay. I got it.
For you are a holy people. Ahoy people.
Yeah.
You are a holy people who belong to the Lord your God. Of all the people on the earth, the Lord your God has chosen you to be his own special treasure.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah, I know. That he might smite because you picked up the wrong sticks or you did it on the wrong day.
The other gods seem to be fine with just like, fucking around and doing all kind of shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And we got the God that fucking kills us.
Yeah. Great. Thanks.
Right?
The Lord did not set his heart on you and choose you because you were more numerous than other nations, for you were the smallest of all nations. Rather, it was simply that the Lord loves you, and he was keeping the oath he had sworn to your ancestors. To which I would reply, but could you not? I'm letting you off the hook.
Right, yeah.
Because you're an actual dick.
Right, yeah.
That is why the Lord rescued you with such a strong hand from your slavery and from the oppressive hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
Did you know I read that they were never actually in Egypt?
What?
Yeah, like
Where'd
there's
you read
no
that?
records from the Egyptians of them ever having Israelite slaves, and they kept extensive records of things, and so like that never happened apparently.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I
At
need
least
to
that's
know.
I'm just, this isn't like research, but that's something that I did read somewhere, so it might be true, and
Something to look into.
Something to look into, yeah.
Curiouser
I
and
thought it was
curiouser.
very interesting that they were never there, and I'm like, what?
So,
that's like the whole basis for the fucking Bible.
Right. Like that they escaped slavery because of God. And that God smote a whole bunch of Egyptian babies.
Apparently there is no record in the Egyptian record that they were ever there.
Huh. That's interesting.
So, just FYI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand, therefore, that the Lord your God is indeed God. I'm sorry.
I am indeed God. You listen to me, damn it.
Well, I wasn't going to believe you, but now that you phrase it that way.
Right? Yeah.
He is the faithful God who keeps his covenant for 1,000 generations and lavishes his unfailing love on those who love him and obey his commands. Most of the time, but not always.
Okay, so there was this thing, and they said that he only punished the people that did something with the Baal gods. Mm-hmm. But there was a plague going around that was killing all of them. That's why they were at the fucking altar with Moses and Aaron crying, trying to get this fixed because God was going to kill them all. And he only stopped killing them all, not the ones that did it, but all of them because of what, what's his face did when he speared the fucking dude and the woman and showed his zealotry.
Right.
I'm just saying.
It kind of reminds me. Remember that time when we said that God was a shitty landlord?
Yeah.
A slumlord, if you will?
Yes.
So I literally just read an article about these people in the Bronx whose apartment building just burned down because of a space heater. And they had been begging the landlord, the slumlord, the god, if you will, for a really long time. Can you please fix the heat? And of course they didn't, so all these people had space heaters.
Oh, wow.
And like 19 people are dead.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's on my mind at the moment. So when I hear of these people that are in charge, this God that's in charge, and
how many times can people, even religious people, pray to God to, cure somebody with cancer or whatever, and he just is like, no, fuck you.
Right.
It's my plan to have them die.
Right.
What did they do wrong? Nothing? Oh, okay. It's just your plan.
Yeah.
Great. Could you illuminate us a little bit as to what that fucking plan is? Because it seems a little dickish.
Well, here's my thing. So you have a plan. Awesome. Okay, I believe you. You have a plan. Whatever. If you let me know what the plan is, I can get on board enthusiastically and help.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe the plan overall is a good plan and there are sad parts to it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I'm obviously not buying into this, but I'm saying for the sake of argument, sure, absolutely, God has a plan. I would love to be involved in knowing what the fucking plan was, because otherwise it's just, well, they gotta die, they gotta die, they gotta die. Your nephew has type 1 diabetes and your best friend's baby dies after a month because of heterotaxy issues and, whatever.
This is why you have to have faith.
No, I fucking don't have to have faith. What I fucking have to have is a goddamn explanation.
Right.
No,
I completely agree.
I don't find faith in there's some mystery. No, that's not helpful to me.
Right.
What would be helpful to me is here is how this played a part in the greater plan.
Especially that now we're reading it and this God was condoning slavery and rape and all kind of shit.
Right.
It's like, okay, no, I'm done. Not that we ever started, but I'm not.
There is no forgiveness factor here.
Yeah, like even if you were a god, let's just go on the assumption that you are a god. You are a fucking dick.
Right.
I mean, there's no question about that.
It's like, okay, we go into the Bible knowing ahead of time, like there's no such thing as God and some magic shit's going to be weird and happen, but there's a forgivability factor. But then you actually read it and you're like, oh no. Like you go into, if you're watching a show from the 80s or 90s, right? You go into it with a forgivability factor built in. You know that there's not going to be a lot of representation of LGBTQ or people of color, that if there is any, it's going to be a joke or it's going to be racist and very, very cringeworthy at best.
Right.
Okay, so you have that forgivability factor built in. And you go into the Bible with this forgivability factor built in.
And it's worse than you could ever imagine.
It's worse. It's so much worse.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going with that rant, and I just compared the Bible to 80s and 90s TV shows, sitcoms. But But I'm trying to say that you can go into something knowing that it's going to be bad and still enjoy parts of it nonetheless.
Sure.
Right? I'm finding nothing to enjoy in this because, like you said, it's so much worse than what I already knew it was going to be.
Right. Yeah.
And
no, it's
taking
my anger at religion and multiplying it, not culling it.
Right. I was hoping that I would find something like, well, 80% of it is bad, but there was this one time.
I mean, we haven't got to the New Testament yet, so.
Okay, but I'm 5 books in.
Right.
I'm 5 books in, and God's a dick. He's a horrible, horrible creature. The people are grifters and they're rapey fucks.
Right.
They all own slaves and act like that's just normal.
Sure.
They kill people left and right. They steal their shit. They make demands that are stupid. I'm missing so much here because I'm just ranting. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to go on. Okay, so anyway, he loves you if you obey him, blah, blah, blah. But he does not hesitate to punish and destroy those who reject him. Yeah, we've seen that.
Right, yeah.
Therefore, you must obey all these commands, decrees, and regulations I am giving you today. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So here's first.
Okay.
The blessings of obedience. The blessings. You might not die. That's a blessing.
It's a blessing to be obedient.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you listen to these regulations and faithfully obey them, the Lord your God will keep his covenant of unfailing love with you as he promised with an oath to your ancestors. He will love you and bless you, and he will give you many children. Unless you're infertile, whatever.
Sure, yeah.
He will give fertility to your land and your animals. When you arrive in the land he swore to give your ancestors, you will have large harvests of grain, new wine, and olive oil, and great herds of cattle, sheep, and goats. You will be blessed above all the nations of the earth. Yeah, land of milk and honey. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Go ahead.
Listen to this.
Okay.
None of your men or women will be childless, and all your livestock will bear young.
That's not true.
That's not a promise can be made.
That's definitely not how that worked.
Yeah. Like, what? There was no such thing as infertility back then?
I'm sorry.
Doubted it.
Yeah. No, bullshit.
And the Lord will protect you from all sickness.
Again,
all sickness.
Bullshit.
Yeah. He will not let you suffer from the terrible diseases you knew in Egypt, but he will inflict them on all your enemies. Your enemies who are enemies because you fucking attacked them and stole their land.
So the rules about leprosy are completely out the window. You don't need them anymore?
They're done.
Because you believe in God.
No more leprosy.
But they had to cover those rules for some reason.
Right. Which means that the sickness
they do still fucking exist, yeah. Right.
You must destroy all the nations the Lord your God hands over to you. Destroy them. Mm-hmm. Show them no mercy and do not worship their gods or they will trap you. Perhaps you will think to yourselves, how can we ever conquer these nations that are so much more powerful than we are? But don't be afraid of them. Just remember what the Lord your God did to Pharaoh and to all the land of Egypt. Remember the great terrors the Lord your God sent against them. You saw it all with your own eyes.
No. I mean, there's only like 2 people left that may have saw it with their own eyes.
Right. And even that was questionable at best.
Yeah.
And remember the miraculous signs and wonders and the strong hand and powerful arm with which he brought you out of Egypt. The Lord your God will use this same power against all the people you fear. And then the Lord your God will send terror to drive out the few survivors still hiding from you.
So there are going to be people that survive.
So I don't have to kill them
all.
Run.
Yeah, right. They're going to run away.
God will take care of some of them.
Run away.
Wouldn't you be like, dude, the army's coming. If you just run away, I don't have to kill you. Maybe God will get you. I don't know. But that's between you.
You'd probably die for that, though. God would probably have you killed.
No, I would just be like, shh, bye.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
God is supposed to be all-seeing, but he's clearly not.
Clearly.
No, do not be afraid of those nations, for the Lord your God is among you, and he is great and awesome.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the look on your face. The Lord your God will drive those nations out ahead of you little by little. You will not clear them away all at once, otherwise the wild animals would multiply too quickly for you.
Wait, what? What the fuck is... I'm not even... What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
The wild animals would... What?
I don't know. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
That was a baffling statement.
That was a baffling statement indeed. But the Lord your God will hand them over to you. He will throw them into complete confusion until they are destroyed. He will put their kings in your power, and you will erase their names from the face of the earth. Except that didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen. We still talk about them, apparently.
I mean, Og.
Right,
Og.
Og.
No one will be able to stand against you, and you will destroy them all. You must burn their idols in fire, and you must not covet the silver or gold that covers them. You must not take it, or it will become a trap to you, for it is detestable to the Lord your God.
Can we melt it down, though, and take it?
No, that's what he's saying. No.
You just got to discard it, huh?
You got to get rid of all of their shit and don't, because...
It's a shame.
It's a shame from a historical context, not from a I'm going to steal your gold after I kill you context.
Right. Like, I'm just saying, if I was an Israelite and I saw some silver or gold sitting on the side, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to just pocket that shit, and I'm going to melt it down later, and they'll never know.
Yeah, except that then they'll be like, how did you suddenly have gold now?
I dug it up, found it in the ground.
You were poor.
It was in the ground.
And they would say, if it was in the ground, it belonged to those fuckers that lived here before us, and therefore you have to melt it.
But I found it after it belonged to us.
No, but it belonged to them, and that's what they're saying.
Whatever.
You got to destroy it.
Whatever.
You got to destroy all of it.
Pass it down for a few generations. Everybody will forget about it.
I don't know. It's been a few thousand years, and they still remember lots of shit from then.
That's true.
Do not bring any detestable objects into your home, for then you will be destroyed just like them. See?
Okay.
You must utterly detest such things, for they are set apart for destruction, the end.
Utterly detest.
Utterly detest it.
Okay.
Destroy it, detest it, hate it, get it gone.
Right.
Okay. That was...
So more conquering.
Yeah.
And more death. And don't marry the people that you're going to kill.
Yeah.
Because they'll be dead anyway.
Right.
So,
marry a corpse. And for God's sakes, don't keep their gold.
There's so many, like the way they write things, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any fucking
They contradict themselves almost 2 sentences later a lot of the time.
Right.
Not like directly, but enough to be like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I mean, they need an editor worse than we do.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You can't even spell the word ridiculous correctly.
Yeah, I proved that today on Twitter. Yep, I sure did. Go me.
All right. Well, that's all that Chapter 7 was about. So
all right. Well,
let's out.
Yeah, we'll see everybody tomorrow for Chapter 8.
Yep.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are. And our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there. So it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap. Oh. But, we can definitely use any amount. So, any support is always appreciated.
So what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/Sacrilegious Discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah. Husband, it's the end.
It is indeed, wife.
Tell the people where they can contact us.
Well, they can get a hold of us via our email, which is sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. We have Twitter at sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh, why do you know? Why do you keep doing that? Ugh. All right, we have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, and a Pinterest page. But if you really want to get our attention, Twitter's where it's at.
Twitter is where you're at.
Yeah.
And they should also review, like, and subscribe, yeah?
Definitely. Apple Podcasts reviews help us out tremendously. And we also can use your support on Patreon, which is a great place to support us as well. That would be at patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse.
Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.